see you again.
Good to see you too.
Feel like I'm wearing the same clothes.
Yeah. Well, you know.
Yeah, that's what happens when you try to cut videos shorter.
That's okay.
We go long. We just do.
We do. So
Don't judge us.
Going to be our second video for our keto series.
Keto, indeed. We're still talking about that.
So I wanted to talk about, is keto expensive?
Yeah, someone said the other to you, wasn't it? You brought it up. You were on some forum or something.
Yeah, and they're saying,
and they were talking about. Go ahead.
Yeah, that
Weird.
If you choose to eat keto, that you're choosing an expensive lifestyle.
Yeah.
And I don't think that it has to be that expensive.
No, I mean, we eat a lot of caviar, obviously.
There are some cheap foods. There are some cheap foods
Totally.
like rice and oatmeal and such that you're not going to be eating.
Yeah.
But
yeah, the really cheap foods. Yeah, you're not. It's a little more expensive than beans and rice, obviously.
Yeah, but it doesn't have to be really more expensive than kind of an average. Meal plan.
There's not a whole. Because I mean, you could really. I mean, keto by definition, you're throwing a lot of fats in. And fats come in all sorts of cheap options if you want. I mean, obviously there's butter. Sour cream's got it.
Olive oils, a good one.
Yeah, and so there's a bunch of different options that you can keep the overall cost low.
And there's a lot of calories packed into a little bit of oil, and it can make you feel really full, so that it doesn't maybe even look like you're eating that much. And the amount of protein that you need is really limited. If you were doing something like an Atkins diet, then I could see that being more expensive because protein, you're going to get pretty bored of eggs pretty quick. Depending. Maybe not you.
But I'm an oddball.
Yeah,
I could eat eggs every day, 3 times a day.
If you're going to be having your, I don't know, all kinds of different things, your pork and your steaks and all that kind of stuff, then it's going to be pretty expensive.
Yeah,
but
when you start going
keto,
with cuts of meat and...
You only need maybe 40 grams of protein. It's not very much to be able to get the amount of protein that you need in a day. Yeah, it's surprising that
people get this weird idea, especially the more you go towards the weightlifters and that, they have this idea that they need a massive amount of protein. But if you look at the studies and everything on it, it's not that much you actually need to maintain or even to build muscle mass, which is a whole different topic, I know, but the point is the protein really that you need isn't that high. It's just not.
And it can make it seem like it would be really expensive to do keto when you're walking down some, I don't know, aisles in the health food aisle and seeing all this stuff that says keto and it's $5 a bar.
Well, and then you hear the people, well, what you need is keto coffee or keto drink or some kind of, all these extra things to do keto. That's the way you do keto, because that's being sold a lot right now too.
Yeah.
Those are expensive. I mean, I don't know their exact price. I shouldn't say expensive, but it's going to be obviously more expensive than just doing your main foods, just eating food. And you can do keto without all that stuff. Yeah. You do not need all that stuff. You virtually need oil, butter, whatever for your fats. I mean, it would be good to get good fats, different fats.
And a variety of fats.
Yeah, would be good. But I mean, you could go really cheap and just go, I mean, if you wanted. You don't need all those extra things. I mean, if you're one who uses them and you swear by them, keep going.
Yeah. But it's not necessary, and it can make it more expensive if you're buying a special bar, special shakes, special coffee. You certainly don't have to do that.
Yeah.
And so I know that some of the things that I do to make it so that keto is less expensive is eggs is good. You could do a little bit of egg with some kind of a fat like a butter or oil or sour cream or something fatty, and you can make a meal out of it pretty cheap. One of the other things I really like is I like soup, and I like to make soup.
Well, the latest soups have been really good. I really like and I'm not a soup person, so when I say that, you don't get it, but I've never been a soup person. It's because I was raised with a family who didn't do very good soups. So soups were a nightmare when I was a kid.
Yeah, with soup, you have a little bit of some meat, a lot of vegetables, a lot of herbs and spices, and makes it extra yummy. And it doesn't cost very much. And you can use the cuts of meat that are just maybe not the most expensive cuts of meat to put into your soup. And that's the way I really like to make keto less expensive.
And it's been real good. Even the kids will eat the soups. They love them.
Mm-hmm. Which is excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're obviously not on keto, but so they'll have, whatever
the other
carbs
stuff
with it. But they like the soups. It's
which is good.
And so do I, which makes her happy
gets
because
their vegetables in. Gets the kids to eat vegetables.
Soups so much.
I do. I like soup. And so maybe you could add in the comments, are there any kinds of ways that you found that you could make keto less expensive?
Yeah, how do you do keto? Do you do keto?
Do it? Yeah, how
Please
do you do
comment below.
And have you found that it's more expensive? Are there some kinds of things that you find that you have to spend a lot of money on in order to do keto that are bothering you, or any kinds of suggestions? Any of the things you can think of?
Not really.
Yeah. Okay.
If you want to, though, see more videos like this, subscribe. It's always a plus.
That's true.
Definitely subscribe. We need it.
Okay. And we'll see you next time.
Okay, goodbye.